This is the Sony PlayStation virtual reality exclusive first-person tactical shooter Firewall 0 Hour.
Okay, right, I'm dead.
And this is my gun. The game was released in August of 2018 and designed around the use of this thing. This is an aim controller. An unfortunately shaped adult pleasure toy, ergonomically correct and very fun to use, while gaming, that is. The obvious advantage to using the aim controller in a game is the fact that if your character in a game is holding a gun, and you feel like you're holding a gun, then that makes the gaming experience very immersive. And that is what virtual reality is all about, immersion. There are other games that make use of the aim controller, with great success I might add, but let's stick with Firewall for now. You see, I never thought that I would ever want to play an online competitive shooter like this. I was scared off from that back when Counter-Strike was comprised of only 3 maps and there was only one Half-Life yet. But here I am, shooting around corners, crouching physically to avoid being shot, having a blast. And this is my gun. Look at this thing. Look at it. It has a sausage.
A sausage!
This is what happens when you get passionate about a game. You develop an online identity. Mine just happens to be that every gun that can be painted has to be pink and have a sausage attached.
Look.
So naturally, when I bought a custom-made aim controller from aimmods.com,
This is the punishment.
the owner of aimmods.com, a man named Anthony, is very pleasant. Never once did he ask me if I was kidding. He just went along with it. He did name my new controller Sausage Party though.
Precious.
Aside from it being pink and weird, this thing feels like a gun. It's still an aim controller, but now it has grips. It also has weight. That's actually the first thing you'll notice while holding it. The original aim controller weighs in at 282 grams, which is hardly heavy, unless you're holding it above your head for 3 minutes while camping and waiting for someone to walk through a door. Come on! But the Punisher more than doubles that weight. It weighs 695 grams. I actually like that. It feels more immersive. Other noticeable differences? The rumble pack seems more rumbly towards the rear. I guess that's because it's missing the lower part, connecting front to rear. Also, there is this phenomenon known as aim drift. It happens when you, the player, is standing still and keeping your controller perfectly still. But then, in game, your gun starts turning. It's usually caused by light interference from the VR headset itself, but on the Punisher, you have all this extra stuff around the little light bulb. In my case, I would claim that aim drift has been reduced by half using the Punisher. Also, look at it! Now I know that in game I won't be able to see my controller, so why all the bells and whistles? Well, for one thing, I will see it whenever I take off the headset. It's a great joke that pleases the people I play with. And it's a good product, no matter the color. Last thing I want to touch on is the price. I bought mine for $175 US. I then got a discount for $25 because a sale was starting. Then I paid $25 extra for the pink material and $10 extra for the sausages. And the black paint job along with the shipping costs landed me at about $205 US in total. Now, I live in Denmark, meaning that anything sent here from abroad that costs more than $10
will be taxed.
So I had to pay an import tax of about $50 as well. So is it worth it? Well, I certainly don't want to go back to just a regular aim controller now. There are a few design flaws with rough edges that harm your delicate fingers, like here and here. Also, this part broke within an hour's use on one side. I had 12 hours of playtime between charging, although a lot of that time was not spent actually using the gun for anything. The price is a little steep, but yeah, I would say it's worth it. To me at least. This is a social experience. It's about having fun. Why not use a fun gun for that? Also, I've seen that Anthony has since made a stock for the Punisher. And although I want one, I'm hesitant to buy one due to the import taxes. If that was not an issue, I would buy one immediately. And so should you. Link to the AimMods webpage is in the description. This video has not been sponsored, although I'm not too good for that, Anthony, alright?